Happy Monday, Raw Food Rehab. I am sitting at a park near my house. It's another incredibly beautiful day here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and I just felt like I really wanted to be outside all day today. Earlier, I went on a hike at Turkey Mountain, and I put the video down in the video section, and had a great time of body movement and really enjoyed myself. But what I really wanted to talk to you today about is this whole going raw for 30 days concept. I mean, it wasn't anything that I really had mapped into or planned out as far as this, during the raw rehab, because I really am a firm believer that you have to do what is going to work best for you, and I still am a firm believer in that. However, in my last video that I did on Saturday, I just talked about different things that you can do to be successful in your raw food journey, and one of the things I suggested was to do 30 days raw. Just see what happens. Just eat all raw food for 30 days. And I have had amazing response from that, and a lot of people really want to do that. And I felt like, as the leader of Raw Food Rehab, that I really needed to jump on this and do it as leading by example, but then also just because I have some personal weight loss and health goals that I have yet to reach. And so from experience, I know that there's really not much better way to do it than stepping things up a notch and making that commitment. My only hesitation that I had was thinking about the fact that Thanksgiving is going to be during this 30-day time period, and I kind of had a little reluctancy when I looked at the calendar, and then I thought, okay, that's ridiculous. First of all, we have the Raw for the Holidays ebook. I have a lot of recipe resources. And then I started thinking, well, I may just not count Thanksgiving Day because I have a lot of family that's going to be coming into Tulsa. And I already know that I'm going to be cooking as well as uncooking. And there will just be things that I'm going to have to taste. And I'm not going to need to sit down and have a whole meal of cooked food, but I certainly am going to probably have to do some tasting along the way. So that's my personal goal, is to be raw for the next 30 days, except I reserve the right to sample cooked food on Thanksgiving Day. I know I can do it. I've done 100% raw, many different intervals over the last 4.5 years. One of the things that I wanted to share with you today, let me pull this up on my phone. One of my really sweet, precious friends, Tim Van Orden, I adore him. He's been to Tulsa, and I was recently with him at the big 105 Degrees opening in Oklahoma City, and he sent an email out today. Some of you may get his update, runningraw.com, but he talked about something, and I wanted to share it with you. He says, as this movement, speaking of the raw food movement, towards health and personal, okay, hello, let's start over. Here are the many lessons that he has been learning along his journey. And he's been raw for about 5 years. And he's really he's the real deal. I mean, he walks the walk and he does it. He eats a very simple diet. I mean, green smoothies, salads, fruit, some seeds. I mean, he keeps it super simple. So he says, regardless of what we eat, we are still mortal. We are still human. We need to be compassionate and understanding towards those that make different choices than we do. I totally agree. Example is much more effective than a soapbox. Hello. Our past is always waiting to greet us with open arms and welcome us home if we take our eyes off of future possibility. I don't want to go back, do you? I don't want to go backwards. I loved this one. Community and friendships provide more energy and healing than even fruits and vegetables. There are no mistakes. There is no cheating. There are only moments to reflect upon and learn from. Stressing over your diet is just as toxic as a stressful diet. There are no magic pills, superfoods, shortcuts, or quick fixes. Just common sense, effort, and focus. And lastly, kill your bananas before you freeze them. You guys, you should follow Tim Van Orden, runningraw.com. Super guy, salt of the earth, very brilliant, bright, bright, bright light in the raw food movement. And those words, I hope, will inspire you today. Now, I don't want a bunch of people jumping on this, I'm going to do 30 days, 100% raw bandwagon, just because I'm doing it. But how about if you're thinking about doing it, or some variation of that, why don't you tell us down in the comments what your plans are for the next 30 days. Even if you're not going to do super high raw or 100% raw, you do need to get a game plan together because, hey, the holidays are upon us, people. You got to be ready to go. Got to have a game plan. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.